everybody? Esti-Fit Chick here. It's Halloween time and everybody's trying to decide what they're going to be for Halloween. One popular character this year is actually Harley Quinn. So I wanted to give you guys a tutorial of the makeup for Harley Quinn. Now I'll do pigtails at the end, but I'm not going to be coloring my hair because my hair tends to hold the color and I don't want to be stuck with pink and blue hair. So I'm just going to be doing the makeup portion of it and then kind of putting my hair in pigtails at the end just to kind of give you an idea. But you will want to add the dye to your hair and then the wraps that she has on the pigtails. And then she has the Daddy's Little Monster shirt and then the put-in necklace. So those are accessories that you would want to get to go with the costume. I just want to show you the makeup portion. So what I started with is actually a white cream makeup. In my video, it's not very obvious, just the lighting that I have, it reflects off and it kind of makes me more of a warm tone, so it doesn't look as pale as it is actually in person. And also when you have the cream makeup, you can apply additional layers till you get to the desired whiteness that you wanted for the look you're going for. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a white cream makeup. Because it gets a little bit blotchy when you're applying it and it is a cream, I found that applying some baby powder at the end helped it to stay in place, and I just used a kabuki brush to apply that. So I'm gonna go over kind of what you're gonna need besides the cream makeup and the baby powder. You're obviously, any red and blue eyeshadow will do. I just have a palette here and I use the red and blue, so it was perfect for me. Also, I just chose to glam it up a little bit at the end, and I had some red, white, and blue sparkles. This is just a little Wet n Wild Halloween palette. Fantasy Makers, I got it at the 99-cent store. I wanted this to be an affordable look for you guys. You don't have to spend a fortune on a Halloween costume or doing the makeup for it. Also, you're gonna need some sponge applicators. So there's just these little spongy guys that you get for applying eyeshadow. Those are gonna work really well. And Q-tips. I think everybody has Q-tips laying around the house. This is actually a really effective tool for the tutorial, and it's going to help you make the lines that come down where her makeup is running down. So you can just use the eyeshadow applicators and the Q-tips. Some options you could also use are some brushes. So an eyeshadow brush. This is a brow pencil. And then I also have a flat eyeshadow brush or liner. So again, you can just use Q-tips. You don't have to have those brushes. But if you have them, if you do makeup on the regular, then you can obviously use these. You're also going to need a black eyeliner. I have two because I do both a liquid on top. The pencil is the most important. The pencil you're gonna line around your eyes, and also you're gonna be making the heart that Harley has on her cheeks. So you definitely want the pencil kind. Also mascara. I actually had mascara on before I started the video, so you can apply your own. You guys know that this is my mascara choice, but you can use whatever mascara you love. Also, you're going to need a bright red lipstick. Harley's got that really white skin with the platinum hair, the red and blue going on, and then the bright red lipstick. So you can't be Harley without the bright red lipstick. Also, above the red and blue, she does have like a white shimmer going on. So we do have hard candy here. Obviously, any very light neutral will work for you there. And I love my cream shadows. Those help everything to stay in place. If I'm gonna be applying makeup, especially when it's full of color, I'm gonna want it to stay in place all night. So I have the cream shadow by Maybelline, and it's Color Tattoo. You guys can see that. And this color is actually called Precious Pearl. There's also like a slightly nude type color that will work really well as well. And also, Harley, even though she has the platinum blonde hair, she does have darker brows. So you can use just, if you have a brown shadow in your eyeshadow, you can just use that to do your brows. I have a little brow thing. This is Expert Wear Eyeshadow by Maybelline, and it has the blonde brow, and I chose to use the darker of the brows. So just so you guys can see that. All right, so that's everything that you're gonna need. You might just want a few extra Q-tips and maybe a cotton swab or two in case you have any little mess ups. But go ahead and get everything ready and let's get started. I actually got some cream makeup, and this I just got at Walmart in the white, because obviously Harley Quinn is very pale skinned, even to the point of white. I applied it to my face already and extended it down to my neck. In order to make it not smear any farther or get any more blotchy, I did actually apply some baby powder with a kabuki brush, just all over the face and down the neck. Actually, I'm going to start with the brows. I'm just going to dab this into my shadow here, and just going to go over the brows really quick. All right, and that's that. I'm also going to be using my Maybelline Cream Color Tattoo eyeshadow. This is just going to help my shadow to stay in place. It kind of works as an eyeshadow primer. Also, it's going to eliminate, kind of hide any redness that's on the eyelid. So I'm just going to apply that on there. I just dab it on with my finger. And I do it from the lid all the way up to the brow bone. Next, what we're gonna do is, I have this little palette that I got at the 99-cent store. It was actually quite some time ago, but you know, they have palettes all of the time, especially this time of year. There's a lot of colors out. So I'm gonna be using the red and the blue, obviously. I don't have the applicators that came with this anymore, but I'm gonna be using the little sponge applicators. The one you get doesn't come with them. They're really inexpensive. Like, you can get them for 25 cents at CVS or Walgreens or Walmart or wherever. Or you can use a Q-tip. That's okay too. So we will start with the blue, and she has it all over the bottom part of the lid here. So whenever you're working with harsh colors, it's always easier to start with less and build up. Once you have applied it, it's a little bit more difficult to undo. So just start and build on up. Now, Harley Quinn's makeup wasn't really the most neat makeup in the world, so you don't have to be too careful when applying this. She got that messy makeup going on. Okay. So then what we're gonna do is, she also has a little bit under the eye, and then she has the pieces that come down. So I just have this little angle brush. I don't know if you can see that. It's very thin, or you can use a Q-tip. Either one. And I'll actually demonstrate using both. So first I'm gonna start with the brush. And just apply under the eye, and then also Got that on the brush with the blue. And I'm just gonna drag that line down. Now it may take a few times to get that, and that's okay. And then also I'll show you with the Q-tip. Let's put that Q-tip in there. And the Q-tip actually works better for kind of the smearing portion. So when you're kind of blending it toward the top. And her lines come down kind of with a little bit of curvature. Almost like when you cry and it rolls down your cheek. And then we're gonna go a little bit higher with that and then connect it to the outermost part. And now we'll move on to the red side. So again, you can always come back and add more if need be. And as you can see, this time I'm actually just using the applicator. So you can apply it in several ways. Q-tip, brush, whatever. A lot of times I actually use my fingers to apply my makeup. They're tools that I already have on hand. They don't cost me anything. And if you're going to be using the brush or Q-tip, obviously you'll wanna wipe it off, get any of the opposite color off before you use it for the other eye. right, also I'm going to be applying a liner and smudging it. So again, it's better to start with less and you can always build. Sorry. And if your pencil just gets color on it and it's not really drawing anymore, then just clear it off. And this is a black eyeliner and pencil. You can also use a liquid for the top. Okay. And then you just take a Q-tip and kind of rub over that to smudge it. Obviously, if you're using a liquid, you're not going to have the smudge. And also, in some of the pictures of Harley Quinn, there is actually like almost like a glitterish, and it's light. So I'm using this Hard Candy Infatuation color, and I'm using just an eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna tap it on there. Right. So one other thing you guys probably noticed is Harley Quinn actually has a heart. So you can either freehand it if you're really good at it. If you have a stencil, then that's great. I didn't have a stencil, so I actually made my own. So I just folded this piece of cardboard in half and did the half a heart. So that way I got a full heart, and I'm going to use that as a stencil on my face and grab the, sorry it's not focusing here, the eyeliner pencil and just go over it. Kind of color it in. Let's sharpen this. Then you can just define it a little bit more. Till you have the little heart there. Also, like I said, if you're good at freehand and you just want to draw the heart, you can do that as well. And like I was saying, you can do liquid. So I smudged first, and now I'll put a little bit of liquid liner over the top of the top line, just because I really like that kind of look. If you're good with the smudge, then you can do it. Some people think it doesn't make a huge difference. I just like it. It's just me. And then there is the lipstick. Harley Quinn has a bright red lipstick, which I absolutely love. You can get a really inexpensive red lipstick from the dollar store. The lipstick I'm using for today's tutorial is called Ruby Woo from MAC. So. Put that on there, nice and bright. Just to make things a little more fun, obviously Harley Quinn doesn't always have this. In some cartoonish photos that I had seen, there was some sparkle. So I actually got this little Wet n Wild Fantasy palette from the 99-cent store with all the Halloween stuff. And there is this, it looks like it's white, but it really comes out kind of as a clear. So I'm just gonna take that and also dab that up there. Oh. So the downside of liquid liner is sometimes it can get on your lashes and then get stuck. And move on over to your eyelid. And you can even go as far as to add a little bit of glitter over the actual eyelid area. So I'm gonna do that. It's not really heavy or dense. The sparkles get kind of spread out, so it's not going to be too dramatic. Now, the more dramatic you want it, you're obviously welcome to add it to your level. And then we'll do the blue on the blue. You probably can't really see that all that much on camera. It's not a huge difference. I like glitter. Now I do have to say that there is like a little bit of stickiness to the glitter, so if that's gonna bother you with opening and closing your eyes, then I wouldn't recommend it. All right, and then obviously you can apply mascara. In the pictures of Harley Quinn, she doesn't have like really long full lashes as far as the movie goes. There are other cartoon characters that do. So false lashes are always an option as well. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my hair in some pigtails and I'll be right back. for watching. This is the final product. Catch you next time.